Hey, good morning, C. What's up, Paul?
Morning, Rog.
Hey, guys. Well, thanks for joining. We got enough people on. Let's go ahead and get started. Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Let's go ahead and start with the wins for the week, guys. Hope let's bring some good ones. See if we want to start kicking it off.
Yeah, my win for the week. Honestly, guys, I just feel like there's a lot more collaboration and activities with my real estate partners, which is it's really motivating, right? Because we're all in this together. So being able to collaborate with them and go out and hopefully at least plant some seeds and more importantly, just showing them that I'm there for them. I'm a true partner and I want to help succeed. That's my win for the week.
Awesome. That's a good one, guys. That's a good one. We as loan officers should not, for any of you who are loan officers and want to succeed, we should not stop conversing with our realtor partners. Very good. On, we'll just kind of go in order.
A win for the week. So I'm struggle making cold calls. For some reason, I prefer clients calling into me, and then I help them. It's weird when I start calling out. I have trouble with that. So I took a break, and so I'm doing a lot of went back to designing postcards to mail as mailers. So I have a stack of like 300 and a list of people to mail it out to, and that's what I'm doing today. I'm gonna drop it off in the mailbox.
Awesome. All right, we'll keep the activities going. If you don't mind, we'll pause here real quick and let's talk about that. Where are you struggling and how are you struggling when making these call outs?
I think it's rejection. Basically what it is like each time you call, if they don't answer, then you go to the next one, they don't answer, then you're getting anxious about it.
Yeah.
And then when finally you get a phone call, then you're like stumbling over your words. So stuff like that happens. And for some reason, even though the sales pitch might be the same, when they call in, for some reason, I'm more comfortable when they call in.
Sorry, what was that? You're more comfortable when
call in, even though the sales pitch is the same, right?
Gotcha.
You're trying to sell something.
Yeah, gotcha. Anyone want to provide any feedback to that?
I'm gonna add to it. I learned a long time ago, right? Our minds, it's if you think about the purpose of our mind, it's designed to protect ourselves, right? And having to reach out to somebody you don't know, making a cold call, and that rejection, right? Your mind protects you from that because you don't like it, right? It's not a good feeling. So your mind's automatically going to kick in and protect you. But the thing is, it's like we have to try to overcome that, right? So there's something very organic and natural happening, which is I don't want to be rejected. Nobody likes to be rejected, right? Nobody likes to be told, don't ever call me again. How did you get my number? You're bothering me. We don't like that, right? But unfortunately, with what we do for a living, we must do it, right? Now, I'm not saying on completely do something that you're not comfortable with and just do it anyways. You have to try to find that balance, right? So if you don't like making the call, find another way to make that first initial contact so that you can drive them to call. And I promise you, the more people you end up talking to, the easier the cold calls will become for you.
Yeah. No, I mean, I see you can help me out here. I don't know what exactly what the statistics are, but it's something like for every not 10, not 20, but for every 100 calls, you'll be lucky to get 2 to 3 to commit to you, right? And and of the 100, you might get lucky if you get about what I think it's 10. I forget what the exact ratios are, but for every 100 I think the answer rate is like 10 to 15%. And then from that, you get another like 10% or so to actually commit to you. So it's a lot of calls, guys. When I used to manage a small, well, I didn't manage it, but I was a supervisor at what was it called? New American Funding. We had a hybrid system, right? We had what we are considered right now are outside loan officers, right? We go and we're hunters. We're not gatherers. We hunt, right? We hunt for our deals. We do open houses. We talk to agents. We talk to a sphere and influence. Now there are those who don't really necessarily hunt. They're just sitting behind a computer and they're taking calls, right? And even though these leads come in, right, these guys are taking hundreds of calls a day. Okay, I think you can probably YouTube this or something, a call center, a mortgage call center. When I was with New American Funding, I think on average they were taking about 300 calls a day per loan officer, if not in a busy day, 400 to 500. It's a lot of calls a day. Just imagine yourself for 8 hours, 4 and 4 hour shifts, taking 200 calls. It's a lot, and the numbers are, you're not going to expect, oh, I'm taking 400 calls, I'm going to close even half of this. It doesn't work that way. And if you are, I mean, you're a multi-millionaire, right? If you're taking half of those, so it's a lot. And to second point, to C's point of, you just kind of, it's repetition. The more you do, just like anything else, it's practice, right? Punching a bag, doing taekwondo, catching a ball, whatever it is, even makeup for you ladies, right? Like your first go around, it's not going to be easy, right? It just becomes second nature the more and more you do it. And yes, there is a little bit of, I will add, you just kind of get numb to it, right? You get numb to the rejection. It's like, oh, okay, you rejected, so on, and on to the next, right? On to the next, on to the next, on to the next. So keep at it on. That's our encouragement to you, is just to keep at it.
One more thing on, don't forget what you're doing to them, they do to sellers and buyers. They're not better than you, right? We're just calling on different people. I mean, I have multiple conversations where they ask me, they'll tell me I have a lender. And I'll tell them, yeah, I understand. That's why I'm calling you. Well, I already have a lender that, who I've been using. I said, that's great. So, and I'll turn it back on them. Let me ask you a question. Do you only call on homeowners who doesn't have a real estate agent? Well, no. Okay, well, it's the same thing. I know you have a lender. You're successful. That's why I'm reaching out to you, right? But I'm not calling you because I'm assuming you don't have a lender. I'm calling you because you have a lender and you've proven that you're a skilled real estate agent, and I want to try to earn a piece of your business.
Very good. Awesome. Let's just, again, kind of going in order on my screen. Peter, do you have a win for the week you'd like to share, sir?
Thankfully, the rates went up a lot, so I've been just hitting all these people like I shared last week, and I was able to collect 3 purchase loans just by undercutting the LEs. And I collected about 6 refis. I didn't know there were so many 7s and 8s floating around. So what I'm doing is, as I'm, calling realtors that there's a way to sell solar, and I asked them, hey, do you have any homeowners, or hey, have you closed any purchase loans in the last 12 months that you think you can benefit these, buyers? So they referred me. 2 actually came directly from realtors, and 4 was my existing client who refinanced with me. And I'm scrubbing the information from Change Wholesale. The content that I'm going to share today is related to the topic that I want to share. But if we understand these 2, maybe we can hit 1 more non-QM deals. I'll share more later today. But a lot of good things are happening. People are frozen. A lot of loan officers went to vacation already. I worked yesterday, but I guess I was one of the very few loan officers who worked yesterday. I collected a lot of calls.
Okay, nice. Yep. I will say this, as we enter the holiday season, you will be amazed through and through and through. You will be amazed how many loan officers don't work. we have one holiday after another, right? Right around this time, you start with Columbus and you move on to Halloween, and there's another one. Is it Memorial Day, I think, or Veterans Day or something? Labor Day in November. Then you have obviously all the holidays. A lot of loan officers drop off. That's just been proven year after year. As long as I've been in the industry, stay afloat, stay ready, stay prepared. Paul, a win for the week.
Yeah, I got this list of people with sevens and eights from last year, and then I've been lazy and I didn't prepare, like I didn't do anything with that list. But what I'm trying to do is, do you guys hear me?
Mhm.
Okay. What I'm trying to do is, I'm trying to prepare a mailer, um, and then send it out to them. And last week I prepared the plastic bag with the hole in it, and I hang it onto the door, and then like instead of doing actual door knocking, I just hang it onto their doorknobs. But it didn't turn out well. I didn't get anything. But yeah, I'm trying to send out a mailer instead of actually visiting the door one by one.
Oh, that's awesome. Hey, Paul, if we could all applaud for you, we would. All right. I'm going to applaud for you. Hey, every week it seems like really like I'm so proud of you, Paul. I know I don't see you and, we're not engaged all the time, but every time you do share, it seems like there's always a new evolution of Paul as the loan officer. And that's so great. Keep it up. The biggest thing is consistency. Okay. Just whatever you're doing, just stay on it. Keep doing it. I know on you too. As veterans that I would consider myself and C and Peter, yeah, this is what we started from. Like no one talks about. Everyone talks about like, oh, how much money can you make, right? And all the money you can make, and we have all these programs, but on the flip side of the thing, right? It's just like real estate agents, right? Everyone posting, oh, I closed a $2 million deal, I closed a 1.8, and naturally your mind goes to, wow, what's 2.5%? What's 2%? Wow, they made 30,000, they made 40,000, right? But on the flip side, there's this really like not dark, but there's just a lot of dirty grunge work that's involved to get there, right? It's a lot of work, right? And it evolves, whether it's in person or virtually, or using AI, or it's your own two, your mouth and your two hands and feet. There's a lot of work that goes into our daily activities to get to that $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 commission. So keep it up. That's awesome. Very encouraging. Hyuna, anything to share?
No, I don't have any wins to share this week, but I've really enjoyed the training sessions with Peter so far.
Good.
Yeah.
And is there, you want to share one thing that you learned with in your training then?
Can I share next week?
All right, fair
Okay.
enough. I don't know. I'll ask Romy. Are you? I forget. Are you just strictly processing, or?
What was the other one?
The
impact.
For now, I'm assisting processing, and Peter.
It's only in the broker submit file.
Yeah, and I'm still learning and studying.
Awesome.
A bit overwhelmed already,
Okay.
but trying my best to be helpful for the team.
Right on. Awesome. Awesome. My quick win for the week is similar to C's. I have reconnected with some old colleagues of mine. Two to be exact. One is in real estate now. He used to be a commercial loan officer, and this other commercial loan officer, we connected through LinkedIn, and he's already sent me 3. I'll just say scenarios. This guy named Chris, Peter's well aware of it. It just kind of happened. And from there, it just, boom, I sent him a deal or a scenario for a client, a troublesome client that we have. He sent me 2 deals or scenarios regarding a cash out and what was this recent one? Oh, a line of credit. They're hairy deals, but again, it's just traction, right? So it's another lead source that I didn't have for, my goodness, I haven't talked to Chris and Dave now in 15 years. It's been 15 years. I used to work for 중앙은행, or I used to work for a bank called Center Bank when I was a commercial loan officer many years ago, and we just randomly reconnected. But it goes to show the power of just staying on top of things, right? It's being public, right? I don't like doing videos and whatnot, but I post here and there on my social or my LinkedIn, and you just gain traction. Even if you say happy birthday on LinkedIn, it's a connection again, right? So keep it up. Just to kick off with some good news regarding the rate of the market, we are seeing a bit of a rebound on the 10-year or in the bond market. You should see, as Peter had chatted out in the group chat, we should see a slight improvement in the rates finally for the first time, like in 2.5 weeks, I think, or at least a decent sizable one. So, look, I don't have a crystal ball. If I did, I'd be a millionaire, but just cautiously float.